Hey guys, this is Avi Harkishan from AH Charts. We recently covered the indexes in our previous video, which were VIX, SPY, QQQ, and IWM. I just covered those, so you can take a look at those if you haven't done so already. It's published our YouTube video. This one here is going to be done the same way as well. So just look at the most recent upload for the indexes. So let's cover the stocks pretty much that we tend to do here in the Discord, the Magnificent Seven, and others that we see amazing setups in. So for Apple, let's start with Apple. So for Apple that I'm looking at right now, let's take a look at the daily for Apple. First thing we're gonna do here. So let's move here. All right. So Apple, the level I'm looking for in Apple, you have this downtrend right over here. Apple broke down from this rising wedge, and this you have this retest level right over here, which is acting as a support level. Both of them are acting as support level right now. We retest this one here, retest here, and we continue to create a higher lows and retest. And currently, this is the level we're looking at. We went up towards this resistance is downtrend line and we got rejected. We need to close above this 201 or 202 level to break above and continue on this path to 209, 215. The path has not been validated unless Apple break below 194. Then what you'll have another trend where you're going to be moving more to the downside like this, and you're just going to continue down. And that's going to be the path for Apple. That has not been created yet. We're still looking for a bit more because the whole market is in buy the dip mode. Unless the market starts selling off, we're still looking for a bit more upside. There is a rejection in terms of the volume here, but I'm not really concerned much in terms of volume price analysis because the volume was not that great in terms of this sell off. So if we continue to hold this level here, which is 198, and move up and break above 201 and can hold this level, you'll see this 201. So if you're trading this, you might want to wait for this 201 level to hold support before you move up, before it goes for this path over here. That's what we're looking for in terms of Apple at the moment. So you're currently like breaking above and you're coming back down. You're retesting that level. If you look at the 4 hours right now in Apple, 4 hours look like it wants a bit more downside. So I want to see this level continuously get held, especially this 198. But we'll see how it goes. If this is just wave one of this entire trend, then you'll have a retest of about this 618, which is 198, or this level right over here, and then you start moving back up wave 3, 4, and 5 to complete this, and then you get a wave 4 pullback. So the level I would be looking for is that 198.86 towards that 197.19 for any sort of pullback on Apple. That's what I have. So look at that tomorrow. If you break below this level, then you invalidate this upside move. Let's take a look at AMD for a sec. Okay, AMD gapped up, really good volume. One of the things I'm looking for, I said if AMD gap up in the Discord above 128, 134, we're immediately looking at a target of 141, right at this volume shelf over here, where you're going to see some resistance, which is what's currently happening right now. So still bullish on AMD, still think AMD is going to move up a bit more, especially if you get above this level here. Then if you get above this level here, which is 141, the next level we're looking for is that 160, 170 target on AMD. So you want to see AMD stay above this 134 level over here, which was current resistance. So you can still see upside towards that 161 target, 170 on AMD. Once it's holding this 134 level over here, which is this current target, 130, 170, which it broke out of. So we're keeping an eye on AMD. You don't want to see AMD just gap up here and then you have that sell off and you start dropping. Don't really want to see that happen because this could probably be a wave 5 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you start selling off. So we'll see if that's a buyer's climax or if that's just a break and continuation to the upside. So again, you want to see that 134, 128 level hold, and your next level you're looking for AMD is that 141 level towards that 160, 170 area on AMD. So still bullish in AMD unless you start seeing a break below this 128 and you start getting rejected, then you're going to start coming back down towards that 105 level right over here. For Amazon, let's take a look at Amazon. For Amazon here on the daily chart, still looks like it wants a bit more upside on Amazon. The level you're currently looking at on Amazon right now, that's an ABC, completed an ABC, which was the level we have here. Is towards this 219 to 233 in Amazon. If you could get above this 214 level, then you can see push towards that 219, 233. So the levels are important. What you don't want to see is a rejection of this level and come back down. If not, you're going to have this was wave 5, and you'll have a complex correction called a WXY, which is going to be this W X somewhere here, and you have a Y coming down towards this level here, which is 198 level over here. So you're really looking to see Amazon break above this level right here, which is that 214 level. Yeah, so you want to see this 618. Amazon continue break above 618 to the 078, which is 216 level. You want to see a break above these level here and start pushing towards 219. But if it starts coming back down, just be careful with Amazon. Depends what the overall market is doing. Again, let's look at American Airline. One of my favorite setup here we have is American Airline. This is something I put on the watch list yesterday. Let me show you guys. So in the Discord, I put a watch list. What I'm looking at for long bias, I have American Airline, BABA, and Google. I think American Airline have an amazing setup here. You're currently holding this level here, which we have, and I want to see a break above this level, which we got today. Now I want to see us break out and above 1207. Now you could have been buying here. I did not, because I thought we would have seen a rejection at this level here and probably come down back lower. So I'm still watching to see what's going to happen with American Airline. I think you might see something like this. This is what I thought we would have had. A spring created, and then we start moving to the upside. Right now, we're just holding that level, this support level of 1047, and we're moving to the upside, kind of like what's going on right now. Very bullish, bull flag, and we're holding this level here. We can possibly see a break. I like the volume, like the momentum that's going on with American Airline right now. We had a 5-wave move to the upside, which you can see here, and we had an ABC correction to the downside, which you can see here, right over here. Or maybe, oh yeah, so we'll just use that as an ABC correction to the downside. Yeah, so I like the setup on American Airline. This is one of my favorite setup right now is American Airlines. So I want to see a break out of this level. If you get a break out of this level, this thing will be moving to the upside. And the target we will be looking for is this will be wave 1, 2, right at the bottom here. And wave 3 will be somewhere between this 1421 to 1664. So in terms of that, this would have been an upside from the bottom here. This is a 38%. This is a 62% move. So anywhere between 1421 to 1664 would be the move. Pretty incredible move there. So yeah, American Airlines, one of my favorite. I'm going to keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this as well. What you don't want to see is a rejection at this level here and a break to the downside below this level here. You don't want to see that happen. All right, that's why I'm very cautious. But I like it because if you're looking here, the volume stepping in, it looks very as if very much accumulation volume stepping in an American Airline here. This looked like the spring action right now, and this looked like some sort of Wyckoff accumulation forming over here, especially the volume price analysis. So yeah, pretty bullish on American Airline. If we could get above this 1207 area, I think you're going to keep moving up, and this is going to be a incredible move to the upside. I'm looking at this right now thinking I would love to see a retracement to this level back down to take a position if we're to break above. All right, let's look at maybe NVDA. So right now, NVIDIA is still bullish. We have a 5-wave move to the upside here in NVIDIA, but you can see an extended 5th wave as well on NVIDIA. And the target I'm looking for is if NVIDIA gets above 148. Looks like it wants to move above 148 right now, guys. NVIDIA still looks like it wants more upside. The level that you're looking at for NVIDIA, if it's moving up, you have this megaphone pattern right here. And that level is the 165 level, which I put in the Discord yesterday. Let me see. Yeah, so if you can break above 148, 152, the level you're looking at is this 165 to 170 level on NVIDIA. Let's take a look. You're currently trading in a supply zone, so be careful, but it looks like it wants more upside, but be careful, guys. Let's look at the other. Let's look at NVIDIA on TrendSpider. So this is what I have. Lots of support above 134. So wasn't short. You don't want to short this above 134 unless you get above a resistance level. You see actual selling pressure happening. So you have a supply zone right above this level. So this is a level you're careful with. But if you could get above this level here, you're going to probably move towards 165, 170 level once you can break above. So be careful on top here. Just be careful. But you want to see a break above these level here. So that's what I'm looking for in NVIDIA. Let's see what else we have. Let's look at BABA, one of my other setup that I have. Pretty amazing setup here I have for BABA. What I'm looking for BABA, I bought BABA yesterday at 112 level because we came back down within my accumulation region, my zone right here. So I picked up BABA following the rules of Elliott Wave. I said, if we could continue to hold these level here, I will buy BABA. So you have a wave 1. Then you have a wave 2 coming back down towards that 618 right within the accumulation region. Followed my rule, bought BABA right here. I like the volume. Saw a decent volume today on the daily. Looks like it wants to curl up again. The MACD looks like it wants to curl up, and the RSI. So now what I'm looking for in BABA is a break above this 124 region, 125 right over here. And we can pretty much invalidate this WXY, which is a complex correction right over here. This was a complex correction. We have an A, B, C to the downside over here. And this here where you can have another X, you have an A, B, and a C to the downside. So we want to invalidate this WXY pattern I'm looking at here. So if you do not invalidate this pattern, Bob has come back down to 104 to $99 region, but I will buy more at the bottom here again. But still looks good in terms of the volume. Want to see a bit more push to the upside here in BABA. That's what I'm looking for right now. Currently, like BABA, I have accumulated BABA. Now let's look at Tesla. Okay, let me just remove some of these things. Tesla ended the day with we had a little bit of down day today. Now, what I'm looking for in Tesla is I did get that wave count, that 5 wave that I was talking about. I was looking for that was in posting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I said 355 to 367. That is the target for Tesla. That's what I'm looking for, and we hit that target. We didn't have to go towards that 367 for Tesla. That was not necessary. We did get up to that target, and we hit the target. And now we're moving back down. What am I looking for right now on Tesla is to see where this retracement is going to end. And we can look at the 618 level, which is that 307 again, whether Tesla could come back down within that 307, or Tesla is going to retest the breakout, which is this level, 336 level, which was the breakout of Tesla. I have so much lines here drawn on my chart. It's just so messy. Okay, I got to clear some things up. But these lines and these things help me to forecast 70% accuracy here. But Here's what we're looking at. I'm looking at this to 336. If we could get a bounce to 336. If not, we're gonna start coming back down within this level, and the next support is 315 because we did complete this entire move to the upside. And as you can see, this level here is a huge resistance level. I did put out a warning to everybody. I said, please be cautious within this level when I posted the chart, because this level here, 355, 367, was our target. And once we get to this target, I expect selling, which happened. So now we're looking for a retest of 336 and a bounce. You fail at 336, you're going to come back down lower. So you can even do a ABC retracement, which is a 1, 2, and a 3 to the downside. You can still have that. That's not out of the picture. You can still see something like this play out again on Tesla. So we'll see, because you complete that 5-wave move to the upside, and then you start moving back up again once you complete this test. That's what I'm looking at for Tesla right now. So I would assume we have completed this wave 5, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we have, because I want to see if we get a bounce to 336 tomorrow, or if we start coming back down within this supply region and move back up or not. So let's move to, we did Amazon already. Not sure why Amazon is here again. Let's just move that. Okay, let's look at Google. Google Daily.
Google Daily isn't a single
Wow.
specific
All right,
product or
Google.
service from Google.
All right. If you guys just heard that, I had to pause the recording and shut that off. I said Google, and my phone just started talking. My Google just started talking. But yeah, not sure what we're gonna see here with Google, but what I'm looking for at Google. Here's a couple things I'm looking for at Google here. Google looks bullish if it completed its ABC retracement from a 5-wave move to the from the upside, completed its 5-wave move, and now we're looking to see whether or not Google could do a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to 178. So we're looking for some upside here now in Google, but it really depends on the overall market. If we do not get that, what you will be looking at here is a 5-wave move to downside. It's 1, 2, 3. If you get a rejection here, 4, and prepare for a 5-wave move towards that 161 again, or even lower. Watch to see a rejection here at 170 area. That's what I'm watching for right now. So you want to see a retest of this 164. You want to see this retest hold. If not, you want to see us move above this 170, 173 in Google. But Google has completed its ABC retracement from this 5-wave move to the downside. But you can still see a rejection here at 170 and back down to the downside on Google. So watch for that. Let's look at, let me see if there's anything else I want to look at here. Okay, let's look at GameStop. So what I'm looking for here at GameStop, I'm looking to see if there is going to be any kind of move to the upside, 27.50, or at least most 28.39 to close this gap here. Google, not Google, but GameStop, I want to see some upside here towards this 27.50, and then probably maybe some downside again. But I want to see this gap gets filled at 27.50 over here towards this $28 region. We're pretty much sold on the daily chart. What I'm looking for on the 4 hours, that I'm cautious of on the 4 hours, however, is we're still below this midline for MACD. So you could continue to see move up here to the midline and then back down again. But overall, I'm a bit more bullish on GameStop for that upside move towards 27, at least 25 to 27.50. I want to see on GameStop. I'm looking for some upside, unless we start breaking below these level here. Let's look at maybe AMC. We could take a look at AMC. Let's see. What I'm looking for here at AMC, AMC had a breakout of this falling wedge right here. Let me put back up the 50-day moving average and the 200. Now, it did the same. So we're below the 200-day moving average. continuously. You haven't been able to break that 200-day moving average. So it's acting as a huge resistance level. So let me move that. And on the 50-day. So we keep doing this. Every time we break above the 50-day moving average, we come back down again and gets rejected off the 50-day moving average. And it's happening again. We broke above it, came back down, and now we're below that 50-day moving average again. Not a good sign usually. So you want to get back above this 321 level on AMC. If not, you could see more downside towards that 260, 270, which I posted today. Let me see. I think I got it. Hold on. Yeah. So here it is. Just posted this today. You want to see this level hold. This $3, 315. I want to see us above 315 pretty much to get this upside move on the daily. If you start breaking below this volume point of right here, this volume node right over here, which is probably the volume point of control, which is 296, you're going to come back down to this next node over here, which is around 276 to 55 area, which is this resistance flip support area right over here that I have. So want to see AMC stay above this level. If not, you're going to come back down. You don't want to break below this level here, 293. You don't want to break below this level. That's what I'm watching for in AMC. This is a very crucial level for AMC to hold to move back up. If AMC start moving below this level, you're going to start falling a bit here again. So ideally, you want to get above 321 to get to this 358. The fundamentals are looking better based on the box office. So you want to see AMC start moving up towards this 321 area. This could simply be a retest of the breakout, but you don't want to start closing below here, guys. This 292, which is a huge dark pool area for AMC. Let me see if I have any whales target here for AMC. Okay, no meaningful whales target here. You have support at 0, of course, bankruptcy, if it ever plays out. Okay, you have whales target at 350. We already hit that whales target at 350. Whales resistance at 350. So whales have set resistance at this 350 mark. So getting above this level will be very, very difficult. That's the target and resistance level for AMC and whales. Let's look at Bitcoin. Two different scenarios here to play off of Bitcoin. Scenario 1 is the bull case. You had an ABC retracement down and you're moving back up. This would be your wave 2 right over here. A very shallow wave 2 pullback, which is very weird. And you start moving back up towards that 137, 141. Yes, I know it sounds weird. But it could happen. If not, you get rejected above this 106, 108 level. You're going to get a complex XYZ correction coming back down to form that wave 2 pullback around 93, which also makes more sense because you tend to see a retracement once you've completed wave 1. You will see a retracement about maybe a 618 or so, which was right within this level here, 0.5618, which is $93,000 to $89,000. So watch for any sort of rejection at this level over here on Bitcoin. All right, guys, I think that's it for now. Let me see if I have anything else to cover. All right, guys, nothing more to share here. Really, we're approaching SPY all-time high at 613.23. We're approaching it. It's possible you get a break this level, and this here is invalidated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave to the upside. Yeah. So this might be invalidated. So let's see, because you're breaking above a certain level. So level we're watching for tomorrow is 609, and any pullback to 605 for SPY. All right. Y'all have a wonderful day. Later. Bye.